Hi, this is Jim the Keys bartender. I'm not sure if we're supposed to be starting yet. But are we starting?
That's what
this
the
Bill
roll
Wissinger.
means.
Okay, I wasn't exactly sure. I'm here with Bill Wissinger and Luke Glenn.
Hi, Luke.
Hey.
And beginning with the show, this is episode 108, A Sexy Future. I'd like to thank Pat McGeehan for participating in our first Skype show yesterday on Tuesday. And it will get better. It sounds like something you would write in someone's yearbook. Life, it will get better.
Oh, I signed your crack.
Yeah.
Well, at least I got the emails that say we're live now.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Hey,
that is very
that's
good.
Very cool.
Well, it's called A Sexy Future, and I wanted to thank Heather also.
Heather from
Heather
McGann's.
from McGann's. She has been a tireless proponent and advocate for the show. Thank you, Heather. And I told Pat I
He
would
was
be
making
honorably.
Suggestive.
No, I didn't. She is a very.
Didn't he kind of
Yeah, he
pick
was
on
doing-
that? Yeah.
She's a very attractive woman, but I would never
I
do
imagine
that.
she's probably pretty chesty,
I
too,
did that
from that
because
description.
my hands. I'm at a table, and my hands. I didn't want to smack the laptop.
There you go. Well, that's okay. If she's chesty, that's a good thing. We're never going to mark anybody. We're never going to mark anybody off for a large chest.
No, we haven't. We're going to start out, and I did give a review to you guys. I wanted to talk about vapor pens to start out with because they became popular recently as a THC delivery device. But there were a lot of people don't understand when they were originally invented. Do you know what year they were originally invented?
No.
1930.
Really?
1930.
Really? Cool.
It wasn't until 2003 a Chinese man whose father died of lung cancer from cigarette.
There you go.
Allegedly from cigarette smoke. I'm trying to be a lawyer. Allegedly from cigarette
You know
cancer.
what you call 100
He invented
lawyers at the bottom of the
a
ocean.
device to help people quit, to take them off cigarettes and bring them to this device. But originally it started out as that.
Okay.
Now, that made me think about technology.
Okay. What about technology? It's been around for a long time.
Well, technology has been around a long time. If you listen to Napoleon Dynamite at the end, his cousin said, I love technology, but not as much as you, or whatever. But let's start with cell phones. 23 years ago. 23 years ago, Luke. Do you remember how you got a hold of someone when you were away from your home? 1995. When you had to make a phone call, where'd you go?
Well, what I would do is I would go buy a long-distance phone card because it was a lot easier to do that.
And what device did
than
you
in
use?
the 80s because you'd have to get a whole bunch of change and set it to
I know. Where'd you go? Where'd you go to?
Well, a payphone.
A payphone. Okay. In 1995, the cell phone was like a World War II fucking walkie-talkie. Just a few people had
Well,
it.
you remember the Rockford Files, man,
Yeah.
or Mannix? Mannix had the car phone. That was where but those only worked.
That's called a bag phone.
And
They call it
those were actually they had like the plastic, like the old style phone,
Yeah.
with a ringer and all that shit, hanging in their car.
They were radio phones.
basically, yeah.
They were pretty much radio phones.
They had some cell-based ones too in bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was 1995. The phone was big, like a World War II walkie-talkie. Then 1998,
were huge.
Nokia. I did a research on it.
98, Nokia came out with the brick.
Yeah, they gave out. Yep.
Yeah.
And then in 2002, they came out with flip phones. And then 2007, smartphones. Now they have a jitterbug for senior citizens.
Which is a flip phone.
Yeah, which is
Jitterbug.
with big set. It's set.
Jitterbug into
Yeah.
my brain.
Yeah. Oh, put your ball sack into my mouth. No. No, but
Jitterbug.
what happened is nowadays when you give someone a survey, what is the main thing you
Survey
make
says-
sure is never to leave your home with? Out. Survey says. Number
Wallet.
one.
Wallet.
Number 2.
Would have to be a cell phone for sure. Nobody goes.
I
anywhere
would say
without their
keys.
cell
I would
phone.
say keys. But you know what? I put number 2 or 3 would build cell phone, and you guys nailed it. You did. You did not see this
Well, see,
page.
Oh, I didn't see your
slowly,
answers.
Our cell phones are becoming our wallets.
No, but
You know what I mean?
if you think about it, prior to 1995, doctors, lawyers, drug dealers, bookies, prostitutes, overly attached girlfriends, boyfriends use beepers.
And overly
They use
attached.
it.
I remember a drummer wanted me to get a fucking beeper, so when I was at the beach, he could beat me. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
I
you,
mean,
I'm at
but-
the beach, man.
And harken back to 1995. Remember the plethora or the multitudes of payphones?
Yeah, you don't see those fuckers
There were
anymore.
payphones
Oh,
all the
man.
time. Trying to find a fucking
Yeah,
payphone
but you know,
nowadays.
what was the first thing you did when you picked up a payphone? You wiped
rubbed
it
it.
off on your shirt before
Oh,
you
it's
put
disgusting.
because
Well, it's not like someone's
somebody with
jerking off
Jerry
on it,
curl.
Luke.
Well, no, but people would have Jerry curl in their head and
Jerry curl, that's racist.
Oh, I don't mean it to be. It's just that's just something
I
gooey.
don't think too many white
Or
guys
girls,
had Jerry curl.
Well, within the white girls with all this shit. They
Yeah,
put
white
in their
girls.
hair, too.
I'm sure white girls use relaxer too.
And then you always had the fucking jokester that would piss on the mouthpiece. Come out of the bar drunk, pee on the mouthpiece.
I would have never done
try
that.
to explain. How would you explain to a 12-year-old nowadays what it was like back prior to night?
Bless you.
Oh my God! Prior to 1995, not to have.
There he goes
Bless
again,
you.
man.
cell phone.
Damn,
I
boy.
am sneezing up a fucking storm.
Yes,
Hey
he
man,
is.
why don't you share that a little bit, and we all can sneeze.
I am. Oh, that's funny. How would you do it? How would you explain it?
I wouldn't.
When you leave
They-
the house.
no,
Remember
hell
the
no.
old days. You left the house prior to 1995 or 96, 97. I mean, I didn't have a cell phone to 2001.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember when
Last
I
week.
got one.
Last week?
I remember I had one. It was a Nokia. It was called a track phone.
Yeah. No, I had a bag phone.
And I dated a chick that had a bag phone, and she quickly, she had moved away from her rich old man to fuck me. So
Yeah. The bag phone quickly went away.
yes.
I wasn't paying for that bullshit. No,
Well, how
I
would you explain?
I had a bag
it
phone because
to-
Maritime paid for a bag phone for me so they could get in touch with my ass.
Well, I had a bag phone. I was working for a circuit board company. I had a bag phone. But how would you explain to someone 12 years old?
You don't.
You can't.
Their
man.
atten-
They
man,
can't
their
even- they can't even
their attention
relate.
span isn't even near that long.
Okay.
You start
Well,
we're
talking
not
about
gonna-
that,
you're not
they
gonna-
they flip up their fucking smartphone and start playing a game and going, yeah, okay, old man's talking.
Well,
Yeah,
What
that's
I
what
would-
they're not going to pay attention for more than 2 seconds.
What I would explain to
Generation
them is
Z,
say,
man.
back then, you'd have to go to a payphone. You either have to have a shitload of quarters, or you'd have to have a prepaid card
And
Calling
have
card,
to-
man.
and have to put
Type
in
in 100
order
numbers.
50 digits.
Yeah.
I mean, remember the amount of digits
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to put in?
Oh man, you had to dial the number you wanted. Then you had to dial the fucking
Well,
12
calling card
digit
come-
fucking
I
number
mean, it
for
was
the
like
card.
it seemed like 50 fucking digits.
Yeah, it took.
And then if you're fucked up, it always took you like 4 tries.
Oh man, especially if you were trying to do it on a rotary phone.
Whoa, you tried to put in.
Oh yeah, I've done that, man. It takes fucking forever. And then
You
when
ever-
and you call and it's busy. God damn it.
Yeah, there was no. Oh, we're gonna get the voicemail. Voicemail actually.
I still don't listen to voicemail.
Oh no, it actually works. It actually works. Very few people are able to be nimble enough to realize when technological revolution is taking place. The telegraph, blimp travel, pneumatic tubes. I'm going to explain to you about pneumatic tubes.
I know about
You know
pneumatic
about
tubes.
pneumatic tubes?
Technology started after
Do you know
the
about
Roswell
pneumatic
crash,
tubes,
man.
Luke? Do you know about pneumatic tubes?
No, not really.
Okay,
you
now
do.
let's explain. Why don't you start, Bill?
Yeah, they're vacuum message tubes, like at the bank, but smaller and multiple.
Yeah, and cities.
What?
Like you go to the bank and you got the tube that goes over the tiller. You know when you go through the drive-through at the bank, and you got that shuttle
the
thing?
suction tube?
Yeah. But
the suction tube.
imagine a bank of 20 of those running to all different offices, and you stick them in and hit the button.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
You may not know this, Bill, but Berlin.
I know pneumatic means it runs on air, but
Right.
Berlin and Paris had them all running through their system.
Yeah.
that's
And
because they were
1980
powered by prostitutes, man, that could really suck
And,
and blow.
There you go.
You know what? I salute you for that one. There you go. In 1984, Paris decided to go off
The pneumatic
tube system. Believe it or not, it started in like the 1880s, and they had sent for hundreds, thousands of yards. They sent a pneumatic tube with messages across, and so they didn't really understand when the technology was ending.
See,
Right.
when he
You
said
know,
tubes,
if it works, it works. You keep using. Dude, I've got a buddy.
No, even though a new technology like the telephone and the fax
I know.
and everything.
Let me finish this. I got a buddy who makes stupid money. He makes probably 7 figures working on old Fortran systems for a couple large companies out in California because
Really?
they haven't migrated their databases off these things.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. That's fascinating.
And-
I think it's great.
see, when you said pneumatic tubes, I
No,
was
I-
thinking.
Whoa.
I'm a guitar
Cut me
player.
off.
I'm thinking of tubes.
Bill,
Like,
Bill, I mean,
Oh,
to
you're
this
being
sincere-
seriously.
I'm
Okay.
really serious.
Yeah,
Why
no,
you
he-
flip me off, man.
Because I thought you were
just
being a dick.
No, I wasn't being a dick. Oh God damn it! No, I thought that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, I would give him this
The
number one.
number one,
You're
not
fucking
number
one,
one.
man.
But yeah,
I mean, if you're still making money off,
yeah. I mean, because
There
like I
goes
said, some of
my
these guys
van.
haven't flipped over from these systems they put up in the 70s, and there's probably only a dozen people left that can talk to them.
we're going to talk about some
Well,
inventions right now.
that,
Go and get your drinks, and then we're going to come back.
well, actually, you remember when they had a satellite they lost track of like 10 years
Yep.
ago or whatever. And so they found it again, and it had all this data. It started just downloading tons of data, but they had lost a program to decipher it with.
Yes.
And it took some really smart eggheads to figure it out. But it's amazing how fast shit gets obsolete now.
Oh, yeah.
That was my point.
There you
Oh
go.
my God! I apologize,
Hey, Luke.
Bill. Hey, Luke.
Luke.
Can you get Bill a Bud Light? I apologize that your first instinct was to flip me off because I thought that was brilliant.
Okay, I thought you were being sarcastic.
I wasn't.
That was your sincere
Holy
voice.
Shit. Holy fuck! I'm not doing it. Okay, so like I said, very few people had the foresight to be nimble enough to know that a technological revolution was taking place. Bill? Do you know when the first 8-track tape came about? And you know what? It's much earlier than you thought.
Yeah, no,
Much earlier.
no.
Much earlier.
Because I'm thinking they were doing multi-tracking on reel-to-reels in the 30s.
Okay, but an 8-track.
I'm not sure when the actual 8-track, but I said
1964.
that's not near as early as I thought.
No, but the 8-track. And you know how late it went?
Probably into the 80s,
How late?
mid 80s. I'm thinking 85, 86.
88. Okay. The compact cassettes.
Oh, compact, not DATs, but compact
no, the regular,
cassettes.
No, not digital, because I didn't even get into digital audio.
DATs.
Yeah. You know what? That seemed like the way to go, but
I make
It
a
was.
lot of money transcribing stuff off DATs for musicians that thought that was the way to go and now can't find a working DAT player.
You know what? I remember when it came out. Bill. I thought that would be the technology, but compact discs, the regular,
what
the
a
little,
lie that was, man.
no, the
That
little
was so-
cassettes, the little cassettes.
The micro cassettes?
Yeah,
No, regular.
regular cassettes.
Oh, they suck too.
When
know,
they come
they'd
out.
stretch.
When they come out.
It came out in sometime
60s, late 60s.
yeah, like that. They didn't really catch on because 8-track,
1965.
because
And when was the last one produced?
cassette.
Oh, I'm sure they're still making those damn things.
No, 2002.
Really?
By a major
Okay.
label.
Oh,
How about a
major
CD?
label, but-
How about a CD?
Oh,
That's what I
late
mean.
80s,
That
88,
was-
89.
The 60s.
Really?
And they
The
became,
laser- no, it
they
started-
became popular.
No,
in
it
the
started
late
with a
80s.
laser turntable, man.
No, the laser's different. I'm gonna
because
talk
the
about
laser turntable.
Hold on,
came
Luke.
out first
Hold on, Luke.
with a laser
The
needle.
laser disc. When was that invented?
It was before the compact.
Yeah, 70s.
No, it wasn't. The compact disc was before.
I guess we just missed
You're
the compact
right. You're
disc.
right.
Well, compact disc uses a laser, so
Right.
I know, but
so
the laser disc is a videos and audio source. So when was that invented?
fuck if I remember, man. Jesus
you're-
Christ.
Yeah, it's at 60s. I'm going to go mid-60s, 64,
A lot
65.
of shit was
72.
invented- a lot of
The
shit was
first
invented in the 60s.
popular laser disc was submitted by the Jaws, 1978. 2 years before VHS, 4 years before DVD. So
Well,
what I'm saying,
remember, Beta was a higher quality.
Beta was
video,
much better.
But
No, what I'm
VHS
suggesting-
VHS won the
what
marketing
I'm
war.
suggesting is that we saw this technology arise and we didn't accept it. So
No, I totally bought into compact discs when they came out because you can't scratch them. They last forever.
Well, you can scratch them.
all this shit, and the next
You
thing
can scratch 'em.
It was all bullshit. Yeah, and
no, I
they,
mean there
oh,
was,
and they don't skip. Yeah, they do skip
After you scratch them, yeah. But in comparison to the media we had of the day, the cassette tape and the album, they were so much superior as far as wear and tear.
Well,
Let-
they were.
let- let's
An
talk
album
about.
sounded better. An analog album sounded a lot better than a
Well, you can
CD.
you can dither a CD and you can get
Okay,
that same
well,
sound.
let's get off music for a moment, and I'll tell you something about some of the things that in the past were considered a fad. Robert Morton said, an inventor said that the light bulb was a fad. Joseph Schenck,
Schlingle.
president of United Artists, he told in 1928, he said that talking doesn't belong in pictures.
There you go.
Okay? He says it's only a fad. In 1973, a story about the burgeoning voicemail phenomenon noted that answering machines weren't even allowed in most homes. Robert Howard, a spokesman for a New York telephone company, claimed that illegally installed machines posed as a hazard to line repairmen. Since the 1940s, most companies have banned them, and AT&T said there is no need for the device. That was the answer machine. Now, laptop. Listen to laptop. In 1985, the New York Times reported on a tragic demise of a once promising trend. Laptops. The newspaper said were on their way out. From now on, airplane tray tables would hold beers, cocktails instead of computers.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at the laptops of the time, when was that?
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that
I didn't even
initially
know
when
had
they
a
were
laptop
offered,
back then, man.
when they
Dude,
were offered,
you could get
And it was way beyond.
I
my
mean, I
budget.
had the
That's probably what I did.
bicycle. The bicycle was considered that way. Listen, it's about the automobile.
Well, you know what was a real fad?
What?
Google glasses. That was a fad that didn't last.
The
I
automobile.
remember that Google Glass.
Google Glass.
They call them glass holes.
Glass holes.
Yeah, the people used them and they were talking. Automobile. The Times complained that the price of cars will never be sufficiently low to make them widely popular as were bicycles.
Henry Ford fucked that up for him.
It didn't help that some of the early proposals for auto-centric transportation were outlandish. You know, like this Stanley steamer and all those things. Now, consider those things that I just spoke about. Now, think about the electric car. The same shit is said about the electric car right now.
Well, there's a documentary
Bogies
called
and-
"Who Killed the Electric Car."
I know, but
Oh, they're
and
getting
that's making a comeback.
no. But
they're getting their shit together with the my only problem with the electric car is it takes more shit to put an electric car together than it does to and do all the batteries than it does to run a fucking regular
you
car.
know how
for
many
1,000
moving parts
years.
there are in an electric car?
I don't know.
20.
20.
You know how many in a internal combustion engine?
I have no idea.
2,000 to 10,000
Well,
parts.
it depends on what
2,000 to 10,000.
depends on which one we're talking about.
Well, I said 2,000 to 10,000.
There you go.
I said 20 for electric car
Yep.
and 2,000 to
But that
10,000.
doesn't include the transmission.
Moving parts.
Moving parts in a transmission.
They don't. See, well, that's the thing. They don't have transmissions.
And the travel limitations. No, they're increasing right now.
Yeah, they don't have transmissions.
Tesla, it's going on, and we're not getting any money
Well, I
from
mean,
it.
it's a hydraulic transmission. So
No, they're running.
No, it's not
they run
hydraulic.
direct. They run direct drive motors in each wheel.
No, it's a direct drive.
They got a motor bolted
It's
to
a
the
direct
wheels.
it's got to
drive.
have gears in it.
No.
though.
No, it's
No.
a hydraulic means water.
No, it's the motors go from like 0 to 10,000 RPM. They just load
It's
them up with
geared-
amps.
It's
yeah.
geared, man.
Well, I don't want to hear
Okay,
electric
and
motor
fuel
going,
costs are 30%. Whatever. And saying the same arguments made against.
Yeah, no, I mean they'll get electric cars down. Same thing. They'll get fuel cells down eventually too. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a while. Early
Just
adopters are going to spend a lot of money, and their shit's
Well-
going to break a lot.
What, the electric car?
Yeah,
Hey,
early
Audi's
adopters
coming out with one
they're-
that they're
Spend a lot of money, and their shit's going to break.
Audi's
Well,
coming
like,
out.
like it doesn't for the internal combustion engine?
Yeah, but the internal combustion engine is a mature technology.
Yeah, but all the parts are manufactured secondarily. So you have to buy them from someone else. I mean, are you supporting a secondary industry?
What? You're not with an electric car? You think Tesla manufactures that thing from fucking stem to stern?
They all.
Yeah.
They no.
And
They
I
buy
believe-
all sorts
I
of shit from
believe
subcontractors.
the battery's getting cheaper every year.
They're
probably
making
is.
progress. They're going to invent something more efficient. I see that girl all the time, man. I'm still trying to figure out if she's sexy or not.
Yeah, no.
She's not.
I always drive
How's
by
that?
at 60 miles an hour.
How's that?
Yeah, she might be. You got to go by at 30.
Okay, while we're at it, now we're ready to move on.
She's got a great tan, though.
You know, since we're talking about
I bet.
technology, I will acknowledge a karaoke machine does not replace a band, but a robot bartender could replace a bartender.
Yeah, no.
No, it doesn't have any personality. You got to have human beings got to interact. Like, they're eventually.
Are you defending me?
Yes, I am. They're going to come up with autonomous cabs that'll just show up and you get in, and that's going to just isolate people further from the human experience. Which old guy is going to bend down and pick that up?
This one.
He lost his sheet.
Okay, we're gonna
Jim totally lost his sheet on that one.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into a bar because the bartender's nice and chrome. I'm going to go into a bar because the bartender's got a nice rack.
Yeah, and you're never going to replace a set of tits, man.
Hey,
Exactly.
What year? Who invented electric guitar?
Huh?
Who invented electric guitar?
They give Les Paul credit.
Yeah,
for
Les
it.
Paul got credit for it, but there were a
Who
bunch
did?
of people. Actually, it's probably a Hawaiian guy.
Can I tell you who did?
You can.
Marconi.
George Beauchamp, a musician, and Adolf Rickenbacker, an electrical engineer in 1931.
Okay, I've heard
In
Rickenbacker.
1933, Hawaiian music artist Andy Iona.
There you go. And I was about to say that the Hawaiian guy was pretty much
Les
fundamental
Paul.
in the
Now Les
development.
Paul invented the solid. It's
The
called
solid body
It's
guitar.
called the log, a guitar whose strings and pickups were mounted on a guitar body, carved from a solid
Piece of wood.
block of wood, which
Oh.
makes sense.
Yeah, that is a stormy tropical wave moving through on the weekend. Damn.
You know. So, we talked about all those, the electric car and all that stuff. I'm going to move on to some odd history, and for Luke and Bill.
Okay. More
Gross.
more trivia.
It is trivia. It's trivial. Did you know after Napoleon Bonaparte's death that his priest confessor allegedly cut off Napoleon's penis and later sold it as part of a collection? Ended up in the possession of Dr. Abraham Rosenbach. Rosenbach took Napoleon's penis on tour. It was displayed on a small velvet cushion in New York's
How
Museum
small
of French
is the
Art.
cushion?
It was a
To make it look
small
bigger.
velvet cushion.
Yeah, small cushion to make it look bigger. You believe that?
Well, gonna tie my
Could
pecker to
be.
a tree, to a
You know,
tree.
no, it's true. I mean, at least that's what I
There you
got
go.
from it.
Oh, I believe that.
And President Johnson.
He had a big fucking dick, and he used to tell you how big his dick was.
Exactly. He
And that's
liked
how-
showing
that's how he
journalists
passed,
his
that's,
penis,
That's how he passed the civil rights fucking
whether
bill.
they wanted
He
or
tried to hit
not.
him in the head with
Also,
his penis.
what did he nickname it?
Huh?
What did he nickname it?
I don't know.
Oh, I used to know this, man. It was his Johnson, man. That's where we got.
I know.
Johnson.
It kind of rhymes with my name. Instead of Jimbo,
Oh, Jumbo.
Jumbo. He nicknamed it Jumbo. Okay.
Just think for poor old Mrs. Johnson, man.
Lady-
I bet she had queef.
You know, her
problems.
nickname was Lady Bird Johnson.
Lady Bird, yeah, man.
Lady Bird, and he had a big bird. Okay. Pat McGeehan from, and once again, I'd like to thank Heather, Bridget, hello, Jessica, if you're there, John, the blind bartender, Bill Sanford, Neil McGeehan, Nora. Pat suggested that when we go to the Lovers Boutique,
Okay.
that we I do a segment called Advice for the Loveborn.
There you go.
And since he mentioned it, I want to do a little history. Do you know there was an 8-inch stone dildo found from 28,000 BC?
Probably.
Probably, man.
28,000 years
Yeah,
ago.
Could
probably.
have just been a petrified potato, but who knows?
Okay.
Old petrified
Okay.
cucumber. Same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Dr. George Taylor came up with a steam-powered vibrator.
Actually, there
In
was
1869.
there was a dude that he see when women would hit get all fucking weirded out, they called it hysteria.
Yeah.
So they would go to these doctors who would basically masturbate them,
Yep.
fucking play with their pussies until they busted a nut. And
Send
so
them on
this
their
one
way.
guy
There you
was
go.
really good at it, but his hands, man, he started getting carpal tunnel syndrome and shit. So one of his buddies had invented something that vibrated.
Yeah, made that electric, the strap on the back of your hand.
To help relieve his hands. And then he found out that if he used that on the chicks, it made it a hell of a lot easier and make them come a lot quicker.
Do you know
There you
about the
go.
company called Hamilton Electric? What they're famous for?
Hamilton Beach.
Massagers.
What?
Massagers.
Well, blenders and food processors.
Hamilton Beach, yeah.
Hamilton Beach.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their first product
toaster
was-
ovens. Toaster ovens. But they came out with the first electric vibrator,
Yep.
and they show it like people on their face. It has like a suction cup, and they show it like, hey, what the fuck? That's what you're going to use the vibrator for.
There you go.
So have you ever had to use a tins machine before?
I use it all the time.
So tell me you've never tried it out on your ball sack.
No.
Oh, my God.
I have not.
Are you
And
serious?
you've not put them on your wife's tits, man?
No.
No.
Oh, man.
Holy shit, I use it only on my back.
Oh, shit, man.
It's like
You're not
saying
even,
that,
you don't
saying-
even know how to play
Wait,
with
do
it
you
right.
use that toothbrush on your anus?
Sometimes.
Ah, fuck. Okay. We know where you're coming from. Okay,
Especially when I'm mad at my wife. I grab her
No.
toothbrush and
1966.
It's a good thing she doesn't listen to this show.
1966. There's an advertisement.
do you
for
remember
the
back in 1966?
not 69, 66.
Country Jesus, he'll be blues. That's where I learned my licks.
1966. A cordless vibrator, and there's pictures of this in Cosmo and Redbook. This woman using it on her face to reduce the lines on her face.
There you go.
It's a cordless vibrator.
You know,
And
it works good
that's
to
the
get-
furthest area on our body
Away from
you're
where,
supposed
yes.
to use it on. I mean, she could have used it on her toes and would have been closer.
Well, I like the new vibrators that are coming out, man. You can even you
Oh,
can
the
you can
Bluetooth
get
ones?
a clip-on thing for your old lady, and you can activate it with your cell phone.
3 minutes?
We're at 30.
Oh, shit.
1, 2,
30?
3, 4,
30. I
5,
thought we
6,
cleared
7,
that up.
8, 9,
Okay.
10.
I'm not into time, man.
You're not?
No.
Time.
Okay, how about
Time ain't on my
how
side.
about
I'll tell you that.
2007?
It's kicking my ass.
Where we can end up at
Well,
any-
hell, you threw Tom and Mikey and I last week.
Bill.
You
Bill,
threw time at Mikey and I last week.
I don't
we
did?
can end at any time
Yeah,
after that.
wasn't it?
Shit,
Okay.
that had to suck, man. I was fucked up as a can of worms.
Okay, in 2007, there was a big green movement. A green movement and
Pardon
recyclable
me, I meant to puke.
dildos, solar-powered vibrators, organic lube.
There you go.
Orgasmic. They got even hemp
Organic.
lube, man.
Well, organic lube.
And if you're going to use it to jerk off, they should call it orgasmic lube, not organic lube.
In 2000,
Organic orgasmic.
in 2011, Walmart, Target, and drugstores started to stock vibrators.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
In
Is this for online sale, or you can go in and get one?
Yep. Do you know in Alabama enacted a law in 1998? It's called the Alabama Anti-Obscenity Enforcement Law Act of 1998, and it criminalized the sale of sex toys.
Yeah, Southern
It's the
Baptist.
only
I know.
state, the only state in the union.
Because they
Can't
you
use
know,
a
they're
dildo.
Southern Baptists, they're hardcore. You know Southern Baptists, they like to molest their women and their young children
Well, so do the
themselves. They don't
Catholics.
want them
No,
having
no, no.
fucking access to
You can't get anything
self-pleasuring
else.
devices. Sex ain't supposed to be pleasurable. It's supposed
Not
to
for
be
them.
something that you remember 20 years after it happened and have a mental breakdown.
You know, this is why we're going to do the we're going to do the show from the Pleasure Center, the
Lovers Boutique.
Lovers Boutique.
Lovers Booty Q, and they have spank chambers in the back too, where you can go out and you can try out.
Luke, do you remember last week what you suggested?
I don't even
Hell
remember
no.
last week.
Do you remember,
I
Bill?
have trouble remembering yesterday.
Okay, you said you would try out a vibrating butt plug.
Sure, why not, man?
Dude.
You
And especially
reiterate.
the new one that I can dial up. I can like stick it in my ass.
Oh no! I'm
And then
gonna give the
my phone to trigger it at inopportune times.
I'm gonna give the controls to Kimberly.
Oh no, you know.
I appreciate that you said you stand fast next to that.
Hey, what the fuck, man? Experimentation is part of life. Like you guys ever even put a TENS machine on your ball sack?
Dude,
Wow,
no,
you
I
haven't
would have
lived
never
till
thought
you
of that.
Fucking put one of those on your ball sack.
A
man.
what?
The TENS
TENS
machine
machine.
thing, man.
I use it on my back.
And if you use
Well,
it on
try it
your ball
on your
sack
sack.
and her twat when you're having sex, it's really fucking cool.
Do you have to shave?
Well, it helps it stick, you know.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
But at my age, man, I don't have.
Yeah,
that
I don't
much
have any hair
left on my
anywhere there.
balls. All my hair is
So
rubbed
what do
off
you
in my
you
underwear.
shave, Luke?
Not anymore. I don't have to.
Okay. Okay. The last item we have on the thing is called the Vesper. It's a silver or gold-plated piece of jewelry necklace that also doubles as a vibrator. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, it comes in handy when you're eating pussy and she's not really getting into it. You just turn that thing on and.
It's hers. It's for her,
Oh.
not for you, Luke. It's not
Well,
all
okay,
about
maybe
you.
she's giving me a blowjob and she can stick it in my butt. There you go. While I'm getting a blowjob.
You know what? You're going to have to talk to your wife about that, Luke. I don't know if I can. I'll be really comfortable suggesting that to you, but I do appreciate the sentiment. And since we're here at this part of the show, I think that we should start ending the shows at 30 episodes.
How many minutes?
35.
35? Okay.
I think we should end at 35 as much as we can
Okay.
because we action pack them.
Well, that's fine. We can end any time
That's
you want.
better than
no.
fudge
A lot
packing
of them do 15. A lot of them do 15 to 20. We end
That's
up
like
at 35.
Robot Chicken, man. It's only 15 minutes. And then once
Yeah,
they do
you
the
know
intro
what?
and the outro, it's only really
Luke,
10 minutes.
if it was a titty bang,
Titty bang bang.
titty
Man,
bang,
Angela
that'd
Lansbury
be a
was
long-
hot when she was young.
It'd be a long time.
Angela Lansbury was hot when she was young.
When she was young.
Oh, she was Benny Hill's.
I don't know if she was on the Benny Hill show, man, but she was
No,
hot.
No, but Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, that's Angela Lansbury.
she wasn't the girl in that.
Yeah,
She was Benny Hill's wife in that.
Yeah, I know, but we're still
Chitty
talking
Chitty
about.
Bang Bang. Wasn't that Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke.
We're still talking about Angela Lansbury, but back way before that,
Dick
she
Van
was
Dyke was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
she was still hot back in the, I guess, 40s. I don't know. She did some early films. Man, she was a hottie.
Oh, she was in black and white films, man. She was the seductress, man.
Yeah, she was a hottie. And then she started doing Murder, She Wrote, and then it was kind of a little
she'd
weird.
already gotten old, and her ass started to match her tits, and
So
you
you're
go.
still
and her gut.
are you still wanking it to Angela Lansbury?
No,
not
no.
anymore.
Don't be embarrassed by it.
no.
Well, no, I
Admit it.
mean,
Why not?
No, I usually found myself jerking off to different escapades page I had in the past.
Really?
Yeah, like I can
Estelle
remember
Getty.
like the first time I ever
Is
titty
it
fucked
Estelle
a chick.
Getty or Shirley MacLaine?
No, I think more like the first chick I ever titty fucked. That was really cool.
Ooh.
Was
I
it-
draw off of actual memories. I don't really fantasize about a chick that I ain't never had.
Was it Betty Davis?
She has Betty
No.
Davis eyes.
Joan
Kim
Crawford?
Carnes was hot back then too. She's the one that sang Betty Davis.
She was.
Eyes.
Kim Carnes was the musician.
Yeah,
She was.
Okay, well, listen. We sped through this. That's all right. We don't have to go 45
Ever
minutes.
since I went to the Evelyn Woodhead sped reading course, my reading has improved wonderfully, and comprehension has increased 100%.
Oh, that's
There you
bad.
go. I like
I
that.
highly recommend the Evelyn Woodhead sped reading course.
That's pretty good.
Well,
You remember the old God? Oh, I don't
That was
know
an
where-
old Cheech and Chong bit, by the way.
It
I don't know if I'm
was.
allowed to
That
use
was
that.
good.
It was, but like the sped reading course. Do you remember the old Roy Clark dot system, where the dot stickers you put on the guitar? Old Roy Clark's play
don't
by
remember
number.
that, man.
Oh, you got to look that up one time.
I can't hear a thing you guys are saying.
Well,
I
that's okay.
apologize.
We were talking about the.
Oh, no, it is okay. You're right.
We were talking about the Roy Clark play by number system.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, it was funny. All my friends got the Mel Bay books, And me, I'd already figured out how to play, It's like, why look at the fucking book? I already know how to play the fucking song. It's just Mary Had a Little Fucking Lamb. If you can't play that by ear, you can't even jerk
There
off
you
right,
go.
Really?
No, but it was kind of like the hooked on phonics thing for guitars.
Okay. Well, I buy that.
Well, no, you know what? You know who buys all that shit, like the Esteban guitar and all his shit? Are people that have no ability to ever learn. They buy it, they try it out for an hour. It doesn't work like it says it does. You're not going to learn to play in 10 fucking minutes. Whereas on the infomercial, they show all these people, oh, I just got my new guitar and I can even play it. No bullshit. Them motherfuckers already been playing. It's all about false advertising.
There you
man.
go.
That's fabulous. I don't think
It's like when you meet a
anybody
really
that
hot
knows
chick
any,
and you pull
that
her
doesn't
pants
know
down and
anything
she has
about
a
music
fucking
will
dick.
find that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you think?
yeah. It's like the it's like
I
some of
see
the
a spike sometimes.
it's
when
like the language courses where they got you going.
Oh yeah, you can speak Spanish in hours. No,
Yeah, when
I
they're
tried
going
that.
like
It doesn't fucking
C4
work.
socks, and you're like, so you see C4 socks, and it means this, and we're like, well, that's fine, but I still don't know what the fuck I said.
Fabulous.
And then you got to try to remember
C4 socks means where's the bathroom or something like that.
C4 sucks.
Yeah, C4 socks or I don't remember.
Well, you know what? I'd like to thank everyone for listening today. My name is Jim. I'm the Keys bartender. I'm going to hand this off to Luke and Bill. Thank you very much.
All righty then. Usually Jim won't let me and Bill play on the
There
microphones
you
by
go.
ourselves,
Woo.
unfucking chaperoned and stuff.
Well, what you got? Come on. Prime opportunity.
Fuck it, man. Jim wants to do a short show.
We'll
so
do
fuck
short
it.
shows.
We'll do a short show, man.
Well, thank you, Luke. We appreciate
Besides,
we appreciate you being on.
Besides, it's time for me to go fire up a fucking joint.
There you go. Don't bogart that joint, my friend.
After driving 12 hours worth of cab today and putting up with people on the road.
Pass it over to me.
And I'm starting to find customers now in the cab that kind of enjoy the fact that I fucking cuss at people when I drive.
There you go.
Cocksucker.
Thank you, Luke. We appreciate you being on. Thank you guys so much for listening. We do appreciate you spending time with us. We'll be back next Tuesday from, I do believe, Blackwater Siren. We look forward to seeing you all back then. And thank you guys again, and we will catch you next time. Appreciate you all listening.
See ya.